Hey everybody, how's it going? I busted out one of my not older, one of the same age, I guess, but old pewter mechs from the clans that I have. Nova. I have three others. I have a damaged Hellbringer. It's missing its left arm. And real quick aside, if anybody can help me in terms of getting a left arm for the Hellbringer Prime, um, send me a PM or something and let me know if you know of maybe an eBay store or an online store somewhere that would have something for that I could use. Do please let me know. Well, I do have a plastic Hellbringer because of the starter box. I would love to have the pewter one be whole again and have two Hellbringers because they're one of my favorite mechs, even though they are under armored for their weight. Um, so yeah, just want to put that as an aside. But what we have here is the Timberwolf Prime on the left and the Nova Prime on the right. And this is what the Timberwolf kind of look like in terms of color. It was slathered on gray and green, and wow, that's really bright light. Maybe it's a little better, I don't know. You can see there's no real base coat, so you can see the pewter underneath it. But in all honesty, if this was base coated properly, and then the color applied like it is here, it wouldn't actually look that bad if you picked out all the detail, painted the cockpit up to look different and picked out metallic details for weaponry and all that, and sensors. It wouldn't look that bad, in all honesty. But I'm going for either a grayish with smoky, like lighter gray wisps of like dry brushing on it, or what I'm gonna do is, and I forget who told me this in the comments of the other Battletech video of the Timberwolf, but there is a website apparently out there that has different camo schemes on it for Battletech. And I'm going to see if they have something for Smoke Jaguar. And if they do, and it's something that I think will look good, because even if I don't like the look of it, I probably won't do it. But even if one that I could paint up, I should say. Because there may be some kind of really, intricate thing that I just don't want to not waste my time on, but spend a lot of time on. So if there's an interesting scheme for Smoke Jaguar on there, I'm going to utilize that. Or go for like a dry brush gray to make it look kind of smoky here. So I just wanted to show you the Timberwolf, where it's at now. It's still a work in progress. It may even just get base coated over again depending on the camo scheme, versus what it used to look like, which is a slathering of green and gray over no base coat. So you can see, I think, while this can look good, I'm not saying doing green and gray together like that wouldn't work. It will work on Battletech miniatures, but I think this one will definitely, already just being a solid gray color, since it's done appropriately and everything, will look better. Also, you can't really tell too much on the video here, but the glue, you can kind of see the glue when you look at it in person for the joints in this guy. So this one's overall cleaner. So what I have is, I have a Timberwolf Prime, a Nova Prime, and I have, which are on camera right now, a Hellbringer, which is damaged, missing that arm, like I said earlier, Prime, a Mad Dog Prime, and a Summoner Prime. So it's a full star, if you want to think about it that way. But yeah, I don't want to ramble on too much longer about the same thing here. Just want to kind of show you the difference in what it started off as versus what it is even as work in progress. I think proper attention to assembling detail, less is more in terms of glue. You want enough glue to make a strong bond, but you don't want it slathered on so it's visible everywhere. And doing a proper base coat can really help. Now, granted, the Timberwolf, you look in certain spots, I'm not going to zoom in on them, you can see a bit of the pewter. It's just pewter tends to chip off the paint a little bit more, so I have to do some touch-up work, but once you're done, you seal it with a varnish, it'll look fine. I like doing matte varnishes, so you seal it with that and maybe 2 layers of it, and it's good to go once you're done. So I just want to show the difference, but still, while the green and gray has no base coat underneath it, and because of that, the colors don't really look that great. If they had a proper base coat, it would work pretty well for our scheme. If you want to go with some type of like weird jungle-ish type of camo netting or camo scheme on them. Anyways, with that being said, I'm going to look up some camo schemes to do on the Timberwolf. I have an Angels of Fury captain for 40k that I have to finish painting up, which will take some time because he's got a lot of detail on the model. But once he is done, I'll show you a video on him, and then I'll work on the Timberwolf. And once the Timberwolf's done, I'll show you a video on that, and then I don't know what I'm going to do after that. But just want to show you another mech and the difference between the two in terms of assembly and work in progress painting going on there. Um, so if anybody knows of a Smoke Jaguar decals I can find that fit the scaling of these mechs, uh, shoot me a PM or something. I'd love to know where I can get my hands on some, because I want to make them obviously Smoke Jaguar. Um, Now I do have 3 pewter Innisphere mechs. I thought they look cool, and I have the starter set, which is full of Innisphere mechs. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Probably going to paint them up, but I don't know which faction to paint them up as yet. I'm going to look through the factions again, because really I've been a clanner since I've gotten into Battletech. I just enjoy the clans. I like the whole nature of them and everything. So I haven't done too much digging into the Innisphere society, if you will. So I'm going to look at that, see which one appeals to me, and then paint up the Innisphere that way, I guess. But that's all in the future. Don't expect that to happen, like, right away. I still have 40k, which I play a lot of, which I know of, so I'm going to be more inclined to paint that and know it. I still got to learn Battletech when I have the time to sit down with the rules and the battle map and try it out that way. But definitely more Battletech stuff to come on the horizon. So that's it for this ramble. And until next time, take it easy.